Hey guys, welcome to War Thunder 1.93 update preview. And I can't tell you the name of the update just yet, but in a few days time, I guess. I'm Sean, also known as Pops Arcade, the free Abrams guy. And here with me is BVVD, also known as Vyacheslav, or Slava for short. And he's the game's producer. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff today. I got a whole list here. And damn, I'm so tempted to just read it out loud for you and get it out there on Reddit, and so what everybody would know. But I can't. Anyway, so the first... the first important thing is that we're introducing a brand new nation tree to the game.
One more.
Not in this update, but there's going to be a preview to this tree, basically,
with few
vehicles, and then in the next update, we're gonna give you access to the full tree. I want you guys to let us know. What do you guys think that tree is going to be? What country that's going to be? If you guys can guess correctly, I'm just, kind of curious there. So up next, we have a damage analysis update, a pretty huge one. We're going to get into more detail on that real soon. We're going to be showing you 3 new helicopters, all gunships.
Yeah,
3 new gunships. Yeah, one of them.
New feature.
Yeah, a new feature for helicopters as well. Actually, basically two features for helicopters. One for missiles, and then the other for, Okay. Up next, we're going to have two new ships, both for the U.S. There's going to be one more for the U.K. as well. F-89D is going to get an update real soon. It's going to get, let's just say it's going to get a new set of weaponry with some new features. Yeah, okay.
We'll show.
Yeah, so 3 new ground vehicles, all top-tier stuff. Actually 4, maybe even 5. And French are going to get their first supersonic jet, the French tech tree. About damn time for that. And up next, we're going to have and some more stuff. Basically, there's really too much to talk about. So, what are you guys most excited about for? And the chat is not updating for me.
For me too.
The chat's not updating. Not for me. Not for anyone. Yeah. Can we just restart the chat? The chat is just scrolling so fast. But there's take a look at this. So we can. I'm only browsing YouTube chat right now. I can see it. There's let's just say kind of pretty good guesses here and there. Some of you guys might have guessed correctly. Yeah. There's that. Okay. Now we can take a look at Twitch as well. Here? Okay. And there's the chat. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's smart thinking, Chief. Smart thinking. Okay, now we have access to the full chat. This is not working correctly. There we go. Okay, okie dokie. So, a lot of these people, they have guessed correctly, especially here, just
I cannot.
They might have guessed correctly. We'll see in just a couple of minutes. We're about to begin. We're just waiting on the internal update here to happen in the client, so we can show you this stuff. It's still remember, guys, still work in progress.
Yes.
Still work in progress.
Everything not final.
Yeah, whatever you're seeing on the screen is not final. The models can get updated. The stats most certainly will get updated. The BR, the ranking,
of course.
whatever. Everything's not final, so please keep that in mind. This is just a preview of the things to come. But as far as I understand, the 1.93 is pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Yeah, for release. So guys, again,
soon.
Yeah, very soon. Yeah, soon. Trademark. Okay, so what is the feature or vehicle of this update that is the most exciting for you, Slava?
For me?
Yeah, personally.
I think BMP3.
BMP3?
Yeah.
BMP3 confirmed.
I like this. We have the block.
Yeah.
And of course, new nation.
A new nation, which we can't talk about for a few more minutes.
We can show.
We can show it right now.
Yes, right now.
Okay, so guys, I proudly present to you. So we can now go to the game screen. Remember, Not final stuff. And this is Sweden. You guys have guessed correctly. This is indeed Sweden. So Swedish mealtime right here. And the first aircraft that we have is J29D. That's a very...
in this update, we will present only two
premium vehicles?
Two premium vehicles, two premium aircrafts. And in next update...
1.95.
We will introduce...
the entire Swedish air tree for now. So and then obviously at a later date we can expect Swedish tank tree, Swedish naval tree.
Yeah.
Okay, helicopters as well. So there you have it, guys. Swedish confirmed. Okay, and the second plane, just the name. Can you read the name? Because you probably know Swedish way better than I do.
I'm not sure. I will try.
But you try. Try.
Yeah. Pure-Mursky.
Yes,
it is just tornado.
This is basically tornado.
Tornado. Yeah.
Okay. Pure-Mursky. Swedish
yes, it's not Swedish. It's Finland.
Yeah.
Plane. Props plane. Yeah. It's try to make Finland
Finnish
fighter. Finnish fighter. Yeah.
Kind of like a BF-109, actually.
Yes, it's similar, but it has the same engine, motor cannon, and blade.
Yeah, the rotor blade.
Rotor blade, yeah. But fuselage,
is all Finnish.
Wing.
So basically, that's the domestic adaptation of what could a Finnish BF-109 could be. That's interesting.
Yeah. Firstly, it's full wooden plane.
Oh wow!
Because
unlike the 109s, later 109s.
109s were and full metal and mixed.
Early ones were mixed wood metal.
No.
I think the early ones were mixed.
Full
metal. All metal. Yeah. Okay, all metal construction.
Yeah.
Okay.
In end of war.
They had to mix it. Yeah,
they had some problems with
production,
with aluminium and etc. And they tried.
But Finnish didn't bother. They're just, just make them out of wood.
they hadn't some powerful
production capacities in the first place, so they had to make them out of wood. But then again, as long as it's a good plane. It's a good plane. Okay, so weapon-wise,
DB,
20 mil.
Yeah, DB 605A. Yeah.
So that's familiar for if you guys have played BF-109s, you know what that is. MG-151 cannon, 20 mil, 150 shots. That's good, and a couple of 12.7 machine guns, so 50 cals. Basically.
It's similar to later 809G.
Gs, okay.
And G6.
In terms of performance as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good plane. Yeah. And battle rating, again, guys, not final.
Not final. I think
keep that in mind.
It will be about 4.3.
That'll be pretty cool to have that at 2.7.
Too cool.
Yeah, too cool to have that. Okay.
Yeah. And
G29.
Yes, and J29. It's full domestic aircraft.
Let me guess, made by Saab.
Yeah, of course.
Everything's made by Saab in Sweden when it comes to military technology.
29D.
All right.
Yeah, and it is experimental or prototype version because the most common version was 29B, and this version 29B is another engine.
All right.
Yeah, and
that's quite an array of weaponry there in front, for such a small plane.
And with 40 millimeters.
Wow.
Head-on cannon. Yeah.
That's like you can wreck tanks with that, basically. With 40s at least. But that's
some
430
tank with weak top armor.
Yeah, armor. Yeah. Interesting. So, what can you tell us about its performance? What it is comparable to?
It's comparable to MiG-15, I think.
Oh wow! All right, so that's a pretty decent plane. I like the size of it. It's a small target, so I like small targets. Now, okay. Up next, we're going to move up to I guess damage analysis would be.
Maybe this slide.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. So test flight, we're gonna take a look at J-29D and then Purmersky.
Yo and you.
Wow, just too complicated for me.
Два ударения.
Yeah, just two stresses there.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah. We don't have cockpit yet,
Yeah.
but it will be.
Okay.
Of course.
Still work in progress, guys.
Yeah.
Remember, everything you're seeing on the screen is work in progress, is subject to change. So, only a preview of what's to come in 1.93.
And
This
of
is
course,
such a cute plane.
Yeah. I think we will, or we already present on our site, maybe packets.
Okay.
And
Premium
we,
packs.
And you will buy it if you want.
Yeah, if you like it, it's a cute plane to have. And again, guys, we'll give you access, early access to the Swedish tech tree. All right.
And of course,
so ammo-wise, how many shots these cannons have? Approximately
I'm not sure, but I think 150
per gun.
per gun.
Oh wow, not bad. Yeah, we'll take a look. Yeah,
we will take a look. And of course, this plane will have some missiles, bombs, and etc.
All right.
Different.
Yeah.
rockets.
So what you're seeing right now is only its basic configuration.
Yeah.
We'll have missiles. We'll have bombs. We'll have rockets. So yeah, it's basically that's a multi-role aircraft essentially. How they managed to make it so small? Like other nations at the time, the Cold War, were making pretty huge aircraft.
No, 100.
100 per cannon.
Per gun.
Okay. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Given its the caliber, it's like and it's the size of the aircraft.
Yeah, comparable to some Soviet planes.
Oh yeah, it's like what 30 shells or something like.
Yeah, and I think just like
pure immersed sky.
Pure immersed.
I apologize for butchering Swedish. I don't speak Swedish. Well, it has to sound rough. It's a Viking plane, basically. Like, pure immersed sky for Odin, the All Father. Okay. Still work in progress. Remember, guys, this is basically a Finnish version of BF-109G. Well, not quite. The airframe is their own, the domestic made. The whole aircraft basically, except the gun, except the engine, and maybe some instruments
and
here
props.
and there. And props. Yeah, the propeller is as well German. So basically, Germans supplied these kits. Propeller, engine, or was it license produced under license?
Sure, sorry.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this is not a dev server, guys. No. This is not a dev server. This is a test server, what we're showing you now. But dev server will probably come up pretty soon, so keep your eyes open.
Sorry,
you're going to be. It's all right.
I will turn it off. My phone.
You're going to be able to test this stuff out yourself real soon.
Okay. And we will. I think we will.
The chat is just scrolling so damn fast. Like the restream chat can't keep up. We have almost 5,000 viewers right now. Guys, can we get some likes for this update, please? We would really appreciate it. Okay, so I guess that's it for the Swedish tech tree for now. All right, now we're going to move on to the next feature of 1.93. So remember, guys, one more time. In 1.93, you have access to 2 premium vehicles for the Swedish air tree. In the next update, 1.95, you will have full access to the Swedish air tree for now. And then at later updates, tank tree and naval tree. Right, now number 2 is we have a brand new feature for damage analysis. So damage analysis is getting an update. So now not only you're able to tell whether this or that shot can penetrate this or that part of armor, but you also have a kill cam essentially right in your hangar. So you can see what the shell will do, probably what kind of damage it will do inside. And not just whether it's going to penetrate or not.
I think it will be simple to show. Yeah.
So pick an angle, just click once. That was a ricochet. Bang, that's a ricochet as well. Pretty well armored. You can penetrate that BMP. There we go. Yeah, side shot. Oh, yes. So basically, we're
Basically,
using.
BMP-3 well protected
Oh yeah.
by own shells,
Oh yeah. Certainly better than BMP-2,
of course. Yeah.
which is basically just defend against machine gun
Yeah, and we will
fire.
can any other tanks, for example. Yeah,
All right, T-55
Bomb.
will naturally penetrate that.
of course.
Yeah, the tank, the fuel tank, right? Took most of the hit there.
I
Alright,
think
nice.
it will be
Oh, that
more-
was a kill
more-
shot.
More convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot more. It's a lot more demonstrative. It
Yeah, and I
tells you
think
what.
if we show yet
Oh yes,
BMP-3, I think we will
Yeah.
show it.
that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would like to see it in action. So, BMP-3, as far as I know, it can launch missiles from.
Yeah, of course,
It
yeah.
has a cannon launcher set up there.
Cannon, Cannon
Yeah.
missile launcher. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And also a 30 mil coaxial autocannon
yeah, coaxial, but it not the same gun
as on BMP-2.
as BMP-2. Yeah, it's 2A72.
Mhm. Which one's better?
Uh,
Can you really tell which one's better, or they're about the same? They're just different,
2A42 has more recoil,
right?
and you need heavier vehicle
Mhm.
for replacing this
So
cannon.
this is a lighter gun.
Lighter gun,
Mhm.
lighter
Lighter gun. That's right.
lighter gun,
No problem.
and it has lower recoil,
Right.
and it has
Lower velocity maybe for
no,
shells. No.
rate of fire. Lower,
Lower rate of fire.
Yes.
That's how they deal with recoil. Lower rate of fire, less stress on.
but it has the same ballistics
right.
ammo.
Okay, so same ammo as well. So it's,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
comparable in terms of damage and penetration, but a slow rate of fire. Again, guys, remember, you get this. You get a machine gun 7.62 rifle caliber, and also you get a 100 millimeter cannon / missile launcher setup. So that's pretty substantial given like the armor that this thing has.
Yes.
So it's much better protected than
yes, much better,
BMP-1,
yeah.
BMP-2,
It's,
even with add-on armor.
Yeah. I can show. Yeah. You have external
Yep.
screens, and you have main hull, main body,
Mm-hmm.
thicker than
Yeah, much
before.
thicker
Much
than
thicker,
the
yeah.
basic hull for the
Of course,
BMP-2.
it's aluminum alloy,
Of course.
but it can protect from
30 mil cannons.
yeah.
Okay,
If it
so
use,
Bradley will have a hard time.
If it use caliber shells,
Okay.
and I think we can check.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get Bradley.
Yeah,
Bradley is going to
yeah.
be probably its main competitor there.
Yeah, Bradley.
So we're going to go. Yep. There we go. Okay.
Yep. And
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, the armor piercing ones
But-
can penetrate. Oh yeah.
fuel tank.
Yeah. Fuel tank will take
it
the brunt
works
of it.
like
Like an extra layer of armor,
Yeah, yeah,
basically. It slows down
yeah,
shells.
Of course, you can penetrate
The turret,
yeah, turret.
kill the gunner
Yeah.
and take out the gun breech.
Yeah.
But those gun breaches for the 30 mil and the main gun, they're separate naturally.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can still,
Yeah,
operate
yeah.
one and the other.
Mhm.
So, you have to be able to disable both guns, and both of them are pretty deadly because you have a 30 mil and a 100 mil.
And you have 5 crew members.
5 crew members.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think test drive.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
And for 100 millimeter
Mhm.
cannon, you have 2 high explosive shells from with different muzzle velocity.
Right.
You have more пологую или траекторию.
Okay, so these two different HE shells, they have different ballistics trajectories,
And
right?
different наполнение, filling.
Yeah, and different explosive
Yeah.
filler. So basically, they have different velocity, and because of that, they have different ballistics. So one is basically for lobbing shells over cover, and the other is for direct fire, more or less.
No. Один из них поздний снаряд.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so one of them is basic, inferior,
Yeah.
earlier type of shell.
Modern
and,
shell.
Yeah, and the other one's
And it has
more modernized.
longer range distance.
Naturally, higher velocity, longer distance. But I have to point out one thing. This is much larger than a BMP-2. At least it looks like that. Oh yeah, very nice. Autocannon in action, 30 mil. So main gun. What we have is we have 40 HEs and then 8 ATGMs. How many ATGMs can this thing have, Max? 8. Okay.
Because as you can see inside, we have only 8 places for rockets, because they cannot be placed and easier places than common shells.
Naturally, because missiles are much longer than shells. All right, so those HEs not doing much so far.
Yeah, we will use ATGM, but inside.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah, that 30. That's a real deadly combination right there. A 30 mil and a 100 mil cannon launcher. It's awesome. Oh wow, do we have the shell extractor working there?
Course,
oh, that's nice. I really like that feature on Soviet vehicles.
Missiles reload a little bit, much
longer.
Yeah,
it takes
because it's only manual reloading.
Yeah, you have to take it out of its storage compartment and load it into the gun. Yeah, naturally. So that takes still pretty fast. So you have to be stationary to launch the missile. No, you can. Oh wow, you can fire on the go. So that's naturally second generation ATGM. So you can control that with your mouse.
Yes, it has tandem warhead.
Oh, nice. Tandem warhead. So that defeats reactive armor.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. So basically, guys, if you're not aware, tandem warheads, they basically have 2 charges in them. The first one is the initiator charge that triggers the reactive armor on whatever you're targeting. And the second one is basically the main high explosive anti-tank charge that penetrates the armor. That's very nice. So that's probably the most advanced ATGM we have. Or one of the most advanced for sure.
In the ground vehicle, I think,
Yeah. And the speed of that missile was pretty substantial as well. It's a very fast-moving missile. I mean, for a missile, naturally, the shell is much faster.
It's fast missile.
But this is very good. Okay, so I guess that covers it for
I think
the BMP-3.
Yeah.
I think I have a new favorite vehicle. And now we're moving on to F-89D. That's a premium you guys all know and love. And it's getting an update. So it has proximity fuse rockets now. So you see those 2 rocket launchers on the wingtips. So they're Mighty Mouse rockets.
But
outfitted with proximity fuses. Proximity fuses.
This plane has some modern for his time and difficult fire control systems. I think
advanced
control system. Yeah.
So are they like proximity or radio fuses? Radio fuses. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it has. Sorry,
that was a little bit premature.
Yeah.
Okay, but that rate of fire on these rockets is just crazy. It's like a machine gun.
And radar checks the target and
sends the signal to the rocket.
To the fuse.
To the fuse of the rocket.
And it sets distance.
All right. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sets the distance within the rocket automatically when you fire, judging using the radar data. Okay. So that is pretty advanced. Naturally, those rockets were designed to target aircraft.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why the radar's right there.
Basically against bomber.
Yeah. But you can probably use that to take out fighters as well if you're good. Rockets.
If you second send, we will.
Yeah.
I hope I will.
That's a pretty cool update for an existing aircraft.
Yeah, because with direct hit rockets.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah,
it takes a really good player to use that effectively. Now even people like me are going to be able to use that. I'm not a really good jet pilot, so Well, if you see my streams, you know what I'm talking about. Good luck with that. Oh, nice. That was a hit. Indirect hit. Let's go. Oh, ooh, yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. So don't fly straight if you have F-89D following you now, guys. That's dangerous. Okay, so...
Maybe heli.
Yeah, helos. We have 3 helicopters, guys, for you. And the first one is going to be... Which one are you going to pick first?
I think this one.
Oh, the Ka-50, the Black Shark. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's... that helicopter is the dream of like every helicopter lover in the post-Soviet era, basically. That's like one of the most advanced helicopters Russians ever built. As far as that, I've watched a couple of documentaries on it, and as far as I know, it was never, commonly used or mass-produced because of one very important reason. There's only a single person flying the helicopter and controlling the weapon systems. And there's very few people that are able to be trained to that degree when you can fly the helicopter and control the
as
gun
I
system.
know, were built...
Unlike the Ka-52 is much larger scale.
I mean Ka-50.
Yeah.
It were built, I think, 10, maybe 12, maybe 20.
Yeah. The very few, basically.
Yeah.
Because, it takes a very, very skilled, very talented pilot to be able to fly that effectively. That's a very difficult helicopter in real life.
And it was difficult times for...
for the country.
Russian...
military complex.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Soviet Union was collapsing, and that was another important reason. But then they made Ka-52, which we're going to talk about later, probably. Okay, so now on to the Ka-50, the most advanced Russian gunship for, Soviet gunship, I should say. Ka-52 is a Russian one.
In cockpit we see one...
That's not final cockpit as well.
It's a cockpit placeholder.
Okay, placeholder. Right.
But we have some instruments.
Right.
And multifunctional displays.
Oh, yeah. So you can switch those.
Of course, yeah.
Very nice. Oh.
Map or
flight instruments there.
Flight instrument, yeah. And we have TV display.
Yeah, TV channel there.
Yeah, TV channel for missiles and cannon and etc.
Very nice.
And, yeah.
Okay.
And
the missile angle. Should I talk about the missile angle?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right, guys, you see this the gun sight in the bottom of the screen. So you see the sight moving, and if you want to launch your missiles, realistically, we implemented a missile launch angle. So you got to have your sights in that square to be able to launch those missiles. Once you launch them, they can leave off course and veer left, right, up, and down. But you have to launch them in that, pretty precise window.
Because missile tracker, which installed on...
Yeah, it can only move so much around.
Yeah, it needs to track...
its
missiles.
target. Yeah.
Missile.
Oh, the missile. Yeah, the missile to be able to track it to the target.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And also, some missiles that certainly had them. Some helicopters. I'm sorry. Some helicopters will get optics teletracker.
Yeah.
So basically, now we have a silhouette of a target, and using our camera, we can just fire the missile, fire and forget, essentially.
No,
not quite.
See and fire.
See and fire. Okay.
Вижу стреляй, как по-русски называется,
да? Right. So
you need still track.
You got to have visual to the target. Yeah. But the missile will correct itself.
It's more convenient for shooting by moving targets.
Yep.
And of course...
when you're moving as well.
Yeah, and some heli and even
low-flying
and
aircraft as well.
Yeah, I can see. I can show. Sorry.
Yep.
Так. Где?
We're going to find ourselves a helicopter to shoot. Night vision, maybe?
It hasn't night vision.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
We will check.
Yeah, we're tracking that F-86 Sabre, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And the missile, there we go. So we have optical tracking lock-on, basically.
Yeah, but it has too much angular speed.
Yeah.
But these missiles, Vyacheslav, has proximity fuse.
Oh, nice.
And we can use it against aircraft and heli
and helos. That's pretty cool. So basically, that's an the further development of whatever the F-89 had there, basically.
Yeah, and I will show another
Okay.
small.
The Vulcan M163 Vulcan there.
As you can see, I search there some targets. Yeah, I can.
See a bunch of trucks there.
Okay, for example, just point.
Okay.
And I switch an cockpit, and in
wow.
head-up display, you can see a rectangle, which indicate this point, which have tracked by optical station, and we see it on this display.
This has to be the most advanced fire control system we have for Helos right now.
It's usual fire control system for modern Helios.
Yeah, but now we have it in game. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So any other Helos, will they get that
Of
as well?
course, yeah.
Okay, so that's not just for the K50.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
And TV tracker, of course, also.
Right.
Because
that's a beautiful Helo. I like it.
Because for Saklos missiles, Sturm, Ataka, etc., TOW, it also useful, but not so useful like for
semi-active warhead.
Laser.
Yeah.
Laser guided
homing
missiles like Hellfire.
Yep.
Yeah, I think switch and I'll
It's
show.
very interesting. So
It's it more useful and more convenient shooting these missiles like Hellfire. It's very useful.
All right. So what about its protection?
Okay.
Because Ka-50 was always advertised as being one of the most well-protected helicopters ever made. So that's it's comparable to what?
It's comparable to in other helis.
So basically, like
I think
maybe an Apache.
Most protective heli it's another, which we have in this page.
Really?
And it is
the Mi-29N or H.
N. Nochnoi.
N for Nochnoi or Night. It's called a Night Hunter here.
Yeah.
Mi-28.
As you can see,
a direct competitor to the K-50 actually.
Yeah.
But built around the same time. They were competing.
And
these helicopters.
they участвовали.
Yeah, they both undertook government testing at the same time.
And K-51.
Yeah, Ka-51, and this one didn't. But now this is being mass-produced.
And another version of
K-52.
K-52.
Yeah, so they both won in the end.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very impressive helo as well.
Yeah, as you can see, we have some plates.
Aluminum plates.
Aluminum armor.
Bulletproof glass.
Yeah. But in
Mi-28, there's a shell, armored shell.
We have полная сплошная.
Yeah, we have a whole shell there.
Yeah, whole
capsule. Armor capsule.
Yeah, for both and for
the gunner and
operator
the
and pilot. Yeah.
Yep.
And this armor, as I know, рассчитано.
It's designed
against 50 caliber.
50 cal shells.
And
I mean the rounds. Sorry, 50 cal rounds.
And against 23
mil cannons. 23 mil cannons, like Soviet caliber.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean high explosive shells.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, well, not armor piercing. Yeah. But still, that's it's quite impressive for a helicopter.
Yeah, and господи, в отличие.
Unlike the K-50.
K-50, it has thermal sight.
Oh, thermal sight.
Because standard K-50 hasn't any night.
No night vision.
No night vision.
No thermal imaging. No nothing. So that's pretty bare bones.
Just
there.
TV system.
Just the TV channel there. Okay, so Mi-28. That's so electronics wise, that's more advanced. Thermal imaging, night vision, and also you have a gunner and a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, and weapons wise, about the same as I understand. No. Okay. What's the main difference?
It's main caliber of heli. For K-50, it's Vichar.
Okay, Vichar missiles.
9K 127.
Right.
And for Mi-20,
it's Ataka.
Ataka
missiles.
And modernized Ataka.
Right. But it comes with Igla, air-to-air missile system.
Igla, unguided rockets.
Unguided rockets. Yep.
And we have brand new. Second.
quite a few weapon loadouts there. Okay.
New unguided rockets.
S-13DF.
Yes, it's 100.
Yeah,
130.
130. Yeah,
30
much
mils.
larger caliber HEs.
Yeah.
So pretty big rockets there.
I think quick to slide. Как быстро время летит.
Yeah, no, this update, we're talking about this way more than we did about the last one, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. We're almost at 6,000 viewers total, guys. We're getting more and more viewers right now. Oh wow.
Тогда нам придется часть контента на следующее на русском уже показывать.
Okay.
Мы много чего не успели.
Yeah, we're running out of time. We have about 5 to 7 minutes left, guys, and we still haven't showed you even half. This is not even half of the stuff. Okay, so probably some of this. Well, I mean,
слишком много говорим.
yeah, we talk too much. But I'm sorry, I'm just too excited about this stuff. I really want to know, and people want to know as well. So yeah, please don't fire me for that. Anyway, okay, guys, the next portion of the content for 1.93 will be shown during a later Russian dev stream. So, and that will also get, featured. So, just, we're going to show as much stuff as we can, but there's a lot of stuff. There is some British stuff. Can you show some British stuff?
Of course.
Yeah, we can. Oh, that poor Tunguska didn't feel so well.
It was ADATS.
ADATS. That was ADATS. I'm sorry. From that angle, looked like a Tunguska. I only saw like the last few frames of the kill cam.
Bigger explosion.
Oh yeah, naturally 130 mil. So which one do you like flying the most? The K-50 or the Mi-28?
I like me.
Mi-28.
It's
a nicer helicopter to fly.
Нерационально.
It's more rational.
Нет, нерациональный как раз.
It's irrational.
It's just my sympathy.
Okay, you just your personal preference. So you like
it's
it.
Ugly and
It's ugly
and beautiful.
At the same time. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird looking helicopter.
Yeah, and it has a powerful cannon.
Yeah, 30 mil.
Yeah.
So again, it naturally probably comes with APs.
Like BMP3.
BMP3, the same.
No, BMP.
BMP2. Okay,
Yeah.
the same as
2A42.
All right. So with APs, you can definitely penetrate pretty much any tank from the top. There's
top and even side.
Even side armor, yeah. Oh yeah, that thermal imaging. Oh, very cool. Again, those screens are they're selectable. You can switch them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. This is good stuff. Okay. So
some British stuff.
Yeah, some British stuff. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people asking for British stuff to be shown. But there's a new American tank as well. That's it. That's all I can say. Okay, moving on to the British. We have a Vickers Mark 7. So as far as he told me before this, the chassis of a Leopard 2 supplied to the British, and the British put their own turret onto it, British gun.
Yeah, as I know,
voila.
it was export project.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So again, Leopard 2, pretty fast, pretty well protected, pretty spacious as well, and the what's the L7?
No,
L50.
L11.
Something like
L11. I think.
L11. Okay. I'm not a big fan of British stuff, so I no idea. Okay. Pretty tall profile. The first thing I want to say.
It's fast.
It's fast.
It's
yeah.
fast tank.
Because it's German-made chassis. That's why it's fast. Brits are not known for fast MBTs.
Yeah. Now British can use fast main battle tank.
Yeah. At last. Brits, guys, now you can go fast. All right. So, what about the armor protection for that turret? Comparable to what?
It's similar to Leo 2A4.
Oh, nice. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Maybe a little bit weaker in some places, and of course it has a giant embrasure.
Depends on what you want to say about
Ну,
it.
маски.
Oh, the gun mantlet.
Ну, мейнтлет это то, что устанавливается на пушку, не то, что в башне прирезается. Тоже?
Не знаю, как это называется. Well, okay, I don't know the word for it, but basically, okay. So,
I mean, center of turret.
yeah, okay. The opening for the mantlet on this tank is much larger, than most
It's
other
comparable to Challenger 1.
MPTs. Challenger 1, yeah. Okay. And naturally, that's a weak point.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, got it. We figured it out.
And I think some aircraft for British.
Oh yes, the British Hunter FGA-9 of Rhodesian Air Force.
Yes, Rhodesian Air Force. It's a new premium jet, 5-rank premium jet, and it's a Hunter with another engine and some external weapons, and of course with
Sidewinders.
Air-to-air missiles. Yeah. And
Hunter's been in the game for some time now,
yeah,
so
it's comparable to another rank 5 top premium jets.
aircrafts. Yep.
Yeah, like MiG-17 AS and
So that's faster than normal Hunter.
maybe
A little bit faster. Okay. So German BMP.
I think we will tune it in.
I'm sorry about that.
We left for Russian stream.
Yeah, for the Russian stream. That's it for today.
I think yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Slava, for showing me all this stuff, and I feel really great about seeing this all before, and that's just awesome. Okay, can't wait for BMP. Can't wait for the Ka-50. I hope you guys are just excited as me. The Russian stream will begin pretty soon, I suppose. So you can also go there. It's Russian only, but you can still watch it. You can still probably understand whatever's going on there, and it's only half. That's only half what we prepared today, but sadly we don't have time to go on any longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is it for
We
today.
need some rest.
Yeah, we need a little bit of downtime here. Okay, tell us, guys, in the chat what you like the most. Give us some likes. We appreciate your support, and we're going to be seeing you pretty soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.